So greetings from Pennsylvania once again. It's time for another episode in our Union Canal series. I should just filmed the previous episode earlier today, where I explored locks 23 and 24 through all that horrible brush. But I'm a few properties down now. I was just up visiting with the property owner. They gave me lunch, which was awesome, and I sat down and talked with them for quite a while. Wasn't expecting that, but I'll take lunch, so that was cool. Alright, so we're almost down here where the canal is. Do a little bit of exploring down here. Then there's an adjoining property that I'm going to explore too. And we're also going to finish the canal here in Lebanon County in this episode as well. So this is the canal down here. Yeah, someone's playing music on the other side, which is not a good thing. I don't want to get any copyright issues from YouTube. Yeah, but right here is the canal. And the towpath trail is right up there. So there's a creek over here where the property owner says you can see the remains of what may have been an aqueduct at one point. The water's pretty muddy today, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to see anything. Yeah, but right here is where the canal would have crossed the creek. I think he told me this is called Raccoon Creek, but the water is terribly muddy today, so he said when it's clear, like you can see like a platform or even boards going across here. So yeah, the adjoining property is over there, but I was hoping maybe they'd be able to cross here, but I don't think that's going to happen. But let's go ahead and make it up to the towpath here a little bit. Looks like the music got turned off. Oh yeah, there's the creek. Yeah, kind of overgrown up here too. I'm not going to do a ton of busting through the brush in this video. I did a lot of it in the previous one, but we'll explore a little bit. Alright, got past some of those thorns, but down there's the canal. Of course, this is heading back towards where we were earlier in the previous episode. But yeah, here's the towpath. Yeah, this section here is kind of nice to walk on. Their property ends just up here too. And that music got turned off, which is cool. Nothing against music, but if it's copyrighted music that's playing in your video, even somewhere else, you can get kind of in trouble for that from YouTube for copyright reasons, so try to avoid that. Yeah, once again, there's the towpath. Clearly see the canal. Maybe we'll walk down to the canal here. Yeah, so I have another, like I said, there's an adjoining property back behind me that across the little creek that I have permission for. We'll get there in a bit. Yeah, here we are down in the canal. No locks to see in this episode. Lock 25 is down there, but I don't have permission for that property, unfortunately. Let's walk down through here a little bit. There was one other property too down the ways I got permission for, but I haven't been able to contact them again. It's one thing to initially come get permission from a property owner, but I have to contact them again to let them know the day that I'm going to be out there and stuff like that. Well, not all of them want to know that information. Most want to know what day I'm going to be out there. Some don't care, but I wasn't able to recontact those. I kept calling, but no one answers the phone. But anyway, I might try again. We'll see. Mosquitoes and bugs. But you can clearly see the canal going through that way, and up here's the towpath trail. Not terribly bad down here. Let's get back up on the towpath, actually. A lot of poison ivy up here, though. If you watched the previous video in this series, it was a mess. So many thorns and things. All right, it continues on that way. But I think that'll be it for this property. Pretty sure the boundary is just up ahead there, but it just gives us, I'm trying to record as much as possible what's left of the Union Canal, so even little smaller properties like this, if I can get the chance, I'll film. And it looks pretty much like it does a lot of areas around here. You have the ditch and the towpath, but it's pretty distinct down here, unlike some other places. Alright, so we're gonna get on out of here, and I think I gotta text the next property owner, let them know that I'm on my way. And then we'll check things out down there a little bit. One last look at the canal area. Towpath. Down there was the creek. Yeah, I wish I could have seen what those boards look like. Oh, yeah, there's one other thing I want to show you, too. Let me get up out of here, though. So on the old maps I was looking at, I actually printed one out, but I left it up there with the property owner. It calls, let me throw up for you, show you the image first here. So it refers to this area as Manita Landing. I think I circled it for you on the map. So apparently there was something here related to the Union Canal, a landing of some sort. So, but now it's just all field. But anyway, it's kind of what's interested in exploring this property too, but I don't see anything left of it. Maybe in the wintertime you'd see something, but not here in the summer with all the foliage up. All right, let's head to the next property.
Much thick stuff you want to go through? You want to hike the length of it?
I'm not sure if I will or not.
Okay.
All right, so I just got dropped off. The farmer gave me a ride back here, which I appreciate, because it was it would have been a long walk to get down here from the house up there. So, you know what? Not as overgrown as earlier this morning in the previous episode. That was like the Amazon jungle. This is better. All right, but I'm currently in the canal, so let me turn you around and show you. So here is the canal. I have a really steep edge up here. And over here is the towpath. So we're kind of walking backwards from what we usually do. He took me to the edge of his property. There's like a campground over there too. All right. Well, here we go. Actually, I forgot my backpack back at the Jeep, but I guess we'll be all right. That's where my water and things were, but we'll be okay. Yeah, I can hear him taking off in his truck up there. So if all goes well, we'll be on the other. We'll see that creek again that we showed at the other property, that little creek where the one property owner said he maybe saw the remains of what had been an aqueduct at some point. Yeah, this property owner mentioned. Oh, I just saw something down here. Oh, it's a little toad frog. Anyway, on the way down here, the property owner was talking about some of the history here. I guess there was an ice dam down here somewhere too. You know, they would make these dams in this creek. You know, the water would dam up, and in the wintertime it would freeze. And they would harvest ice. They would harvest that ice in the wintertime then. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see any remains of it though, because how muddy the creek is right now. But yeah. Mentioned too that there used to be like an amusement park over here somewhere too. I think he said it was called Valley Glen. Anyway, that's interesting. And there used to be cabins all along the creek here, but they all got washed away by Hurricane Agnes in 1972. Just all kinds of little tidbits you learn from the property owners that you wouldn't necessarily know yourself. Of course, the property behind me going the other way is where Lock 25 is, but I don't have permission for that property, so we'll just let that go. And this property owner doesn't really remember anything being there, so there may not be much left of that one. Yeah, but once again, you got a picture that back in the 1800s, this would have looked entirely different. This would have been filled with water. Mules would have been towing the boats up here on the bank. None of these trees would have been here either. I wonder what campground that is. Not sure offhand, but then there are some sections like right here where there's not that distinctive dip where the canal used to be, because we are right next to the creek. So every time the creek floods its banks, it deposits a lot of, you know, soil and sediment here in this canal and kind of fills it up over the years. So it kind of disappears. It's hard to tell there's even a towpath here. When the canal is a little bit further away from the creek, you don't have that problem. Starting to meet my old friends here, the Thorns again. But still not as bad as earlier today. Now it's a little more distinct again. And of course, just as soon as I say it's not so bad back here, it gets really kind of thorny and thick, but we'll keep slugging. Yeah, just another view of the muddy Swatara Creek. It's not always like this, but we had some pretty strong thunderstorms lately. The Swati always gets muddy like this. It's from a lot of runoff from the farmers' fields and stuff. I think they're working on trying to prevent as much of that as possible, but that's a difficult task. Oh boy, look at all those thorns. Yeah, this is getting a little more rough, this section. Alright. Everything in there wants to poke you. There's kind of a path up through this way, but I noticed down the bottom of the hillside here, there's some trash items, older stuff. Some older glass. It looks like an old soda bottle of sorts. A lot of times, you know, these steep embankments became the dump. Oh yeah, look. Here's an old piece of an old, it's kind of stuck in there. Crock. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Oh, mosquitoes want to bite me here. Here's an old mug. Cool. All right. Keep slogging through thorns, mosquitoes. And here's the steep, mosquitoes everywhere. Here's the steep embankment you told me about. We gotta get across this. Should we try the log or not? Anyway, I do have some bug spray from mosquitoes, but guess where it is? Yes, it's back. It's back in my backpack, which is back up the Jeep. Which, like I say, I left up there when we took off, so anyway. It's at this point in your life where you question what it is you're doing out here. Alright, no, I'm doing alright though. Ouch. As I say that, thorns. I know I've said it before, but sometimes I wonder if all those men who worked on the canal, helped build it, operate it, and travel along it. Hold on a second, I'm stuck on a stick. If they could see it now, see what it's become, just overgrown and abandoned, I kind of wonder what they would think. Kind of feel like they would be heartbroken in a way to see it reduced to this. Huh. Yeah, I mean, this is the canal right here. All right, well, I found a decent trail up here. It seems mowed every now and then. Of course, right down there is the canal. Towpath is right there, so I think we'll walk along this. A whole lot better than going through those thorns and stuff. See how far this takes me. All right, so I'm on the road. I made it out of the jungle back there. On the road that's going to take me back to the farm where I parked. So I'm explored out today. Whew, like I said, I did the other video earlier today. It was pretty rough, but this video is not over yet. Like I said, the rest of it's going to be mostly driving. Like I said, I did kind of have that one other permission, but there's really not, I don't know if I mentioned that, there's really not much there. The property owner even said so, so I think I might just let that go for today. Finish the rest of the way driving a little bit to the end of Lebanon County. I think we'll be able to see one more section down there. All right, so this is Lindley Murray Road. We're gonna hook up here with what's called Gravel Hill Road. Take a left. Yeah, Lock 25 is down out there somewhere, I think, on that property. I don't have permission for that one now. Yeah, Gravel Hill Road. Yeah, I think down in that wood line over across the field is where it is. Yeah, the other property that I had permission for, I think, was up here somewhere. Like I said, it was just a short section, and I'm kind of explored out, to be honest, folks. It's good to be in the air conditioning here, but it's a hot, humid day. Whew. Yeah, I think this is the farm up here, maybe, that I had permission for. Alright, but they just had a small section there. Alright, now we're on Pine Road. Of course, the creek is on our left, and I believe that the canal crossed Gravel Hill Road just a little while ago. And I think it's up in that tree line up there. But there's a spot up here that belongs to the township. I think we'll be able to pull over, get one last look at it today before I head home, take a shower. wash any ticks off me or whatever. I'm sure I have a couple on me. Yeah, so if you are following along on Google Maps, the creek is off to my left, and the canal's actually a little ways over in that wood line over there. We're kind of driving between them, the two. I think up here a ways, the road kind of swerves away from the creek, and the canal crosses Pine Road up here somewhere. Because like I said, we're coming to the end of Lebanon County up here. So it's been several hours now since I've last spoken to you when I was in the Jeep. I've been home for a little bit. I got home, got showered, washed all the grime, the sweat, the ticks and spiders, and who knows what else was on me, but I was pretty much beat. I didn't end up finding, in the end, what I was looking for either. I was trying to find where the canal crossed over, I think it was Pine Road. But anyway, I was just tired. There were thunderstorms coming. I was just beat, so I'm home now. I feel a lot better. It was a long day filming. So, but anyway, that'll be it for Lebanon County, for the Union Canal. I'll probably be taking just a little bit of break from the Union Canal. Be filming, I have a lot of other stuff I need to film too, plus going into Dauphin County, I'll have to work on getting a whole new set of permissions and things like that. So, alright folks, I'm going to relax the rest of this evening. As always, thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.